People who shove their school papers in their backpack with no binder/folder etc. Where are you now? Not great, my dude, not great. Great, now I am extra worried for my 16-yo. I buy binders and folders for him every year. I put mine neatly in folders and everything and I'm still not great. Decent office job. I no longer shove my papers into a backpack. That's what my desk drawers are for. I prefer the important bin. I skip the backpack and trash everything I don't need immediately. My desk is scattered with papers and random stuff but no one cares cause I bring in that revenue baby. That's what they don't teach you in school. Shoving papers in my laptop bag/tool bag/desk drawer, snacks in there underneath those papers. Go paperless whenever I can. Take a picture of document and email to myself. Anything that's important and must be kept, tax documents, I have a small little crate in my garage and I throw all the docs in there. When I need to sift through the docs it can sometimes suck. I'm working on a sweet potato farm. Like, a potato farm that has a sick setup, or like, a farm wherein you grow relatives to yams. Do you have to make do with just haphazardly stuffing sweet potatoes in your backpack instead of papers now? Now I'm a teacher who shoves his papers in his bag with no binder/folder. I always buy these nice binders which I carefully organize with different colors at the beginning of each school year. By the end of September I'm back to the good old-fashioned chaos. Edit, for those giving advice on organizing, my own system is rather efficient emo. I get home and then just put all the loose papers into different piles on my desk. Basically 2 piles, correct this shit and shit has been corrected. I go over the piles in the weekend until only shit has been corrected remains. Same, except not a teacher. I am a living illustration of entropy. Equals. Still trying to get my shit together. But this time in a more professional environment. Get your shit, put it in a backpack, so it's together. I never shoved papers in my bag, and my shit is definitely not together either, man shrugging. Still looking for my homework from 5th grade. I stopped looking for my homework after the teacher turned her back. I knew I didn't do it, I was just trying to milk a little pity out of the situation. 4th over here. Wildland firefighter, don't really have to put any papers in my bag anymore. Though I do subscribe to the stuff your tent in the bag strategy over folding it. Last one out fills the shitter hole. That's actually how you're supposed to do it. Folding it up makes creases where it will rip early. An engineer. Still shoving my papers into a backpack. Same. An engineer. My desk is also cluttered with loose papers and pens. Yep, still doing the same shit. I just moved after 15 years and was going through an old backpack and found an expired check for a few grand. Kinda stung a little. Didn't mention it to the wife. I'm living on my own in a nice apartment, still shoving anything I want into whatever I want. I toast bread 3 slices to a slot. I park my motorcycle on the line between cars in the parking lot. I eat clementines whole and spit out the peel bit by bit. My computer desktop is packed with icons on the smallest size possible. I flush my toilet once a week. I listen to 2 podcasts at once, both at 2x speed. My closet is a pile of clothes roughly organized from big to small. This comment was a wild ride. I'm living with a very organized woman and it's a pretty middle-class suburban life. I got through school fine. My life changed when I got diagnosed with ADHD as an adult and started taking meds. It slipped under the radar BC my performance was high. I'm making an appointment for testing next month when I get my new insurance. Girls frequently get missies because they are less hyperactive and more daydreamy. I just read this book delivered from distraction and had to get a highlighter for everything that pertained to me. I lost the highlighter 3 different times so there are multiple colors. I switched to a pen. I actually haven't finished it. I'm better at reading fiction. I did well in high school but not so much in college. We'll see. If you even slightly suspect ADHD, go read that book. I'm a doctor so now I just shove them in my white coat instead. Same. I wear the man fit lab coat even though I'm a woman because Evil Cord decided women's fitted lab coats had to have smaller pockets. I'm recovering from addiction to meth and alcohol. 1 year clean, woohoo. Congrats. Ian White, congrats sir. Lost in a sea of overwhelming guilt for my lost exam papers from 6 years ago. Thanks for the A, professor. I still owe a professor a final project from 6 years ago. Director at a company of a highly regulated industry. An extra fuck you to Megan Rice, my 8th grade science teacher, who said I wouldn't amount to anything. Trucking? Kinda reminds me of my computer class teacher in middle school. She said you aren't very good at computers, are you? Now I'm an embedded software engineer so HECCU. I am a web programmer. It's funny because my code tends to be very clean and well documented. My files are always very organized, too. Digital organization is really easy for me, but as soon as paper is involved everything goes to hell. Same. When I played Fallout 4, I had this elaborate organization system for my resources that I spent hours maintaining and fully enjoying every second. I hate organizing physical objects so much. If I could do it via Pip-Boy, I'd be the next Marie Kondo. The Army. Still shoving things in my backpack, only now it's a camouflage backpack. Did you laugh at the guys who tried to roll their sleeping bags in BCT while you happily stuffed it into the stuff sack? Where's my rifle? Where's my gun? What's in my backpack? It weighs a ton. A guy in my high school did this. He now has a PhD in astrophysics. Just started my PhD program, currently still shoving papers in my backpack. I think this guy is my roommate lol. Artist. Disorganized, but doing it full time. What do you do to be full-time artist? If you don't mind me asking, I'm an art major, but Ike what to do tbh, but I bet your wallet is nice and tidy. Okay, I'm sorry. Emergency and intensive care doctor. Still have a slightly chaotic core. Once ignored a chest infection in myself for so long, I ended up as a patient on my own ICU. Then had to have a little light thoracic surgery. I am now engaged to a man whose college nickname was Captain Sensible. He tells me when I am ill. He has no medical qualifications. Sensible bastard, a little light thoracic surgery. What a light-hearted way to describe very serious illness. Engineering student, and I still shove papers in my backpack and use them in a bonfire once the semester is over. Just an FYI, you might want to save some books. I wish I had. Interesting. I saved my books. I have no idea what to do with them. There are a few I reference occasionally, but nobody needs 2 heat transfer textbooks. I run a program that helps pay for low-income people to be screened for cancer. My desk looks like a fucking disaster, but I know where everything is. In that single big pile over there? Hungry face. You are a fucking hero, thank you. Wait, are you me? My wife once took a picture of all the shit that was in my short white coat. It was like 15 pounds of accoutrement. 3 pagers, a bottle of Guaiac Developer, Maxwell's, Littman Cardio 3, random gloves, an N95, Surge Lube, alcohol swabs, trauma shears, silk tape, Coban, etc., etc., etc. Oh, and like 3 pounds of MRSA and coffee stains and ink on the sleeves. Oh, and like 3 pounds of MRSA and coffee stains and ink on the sleeves. This is why the NHS is bare below the elbow.